You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. Today we are presenting to you our Lagos lawmaker of the week, talking about Honorable Kehinde Joseph, who is representing the Alimosho Constituency 2 here in Lagos. Honorable, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Since you came into power, or since you came into office as the lawmaker representing your constituency, we know you are going for a second term in office. Can we do a recap of some of the very significant efforts you have made to position your constituency in terms of delivering the dividends of democracy, and what areas are you consolidating on?
Thank you very much. I'm a lawmaker, and the job of lawmaking are into three. Number one is lawmaking, number two is oversight, and the third one, which has to do with representation. And so far so good. I will start from the lawmaking. We have lots of law in Lagos State, and most of our laws in Lagos State are mainly executive bills. And when they bring that executive bills, we try to amend, because we have some of the laws that have been there for a very long time, at least to bring more comfortability to the people. Those are some of those things that we have been doing in the Lagos State, being led by the Right Honorable Speaker, Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa. In those bills, I have two bills that they are now laws. One of them is we call it animal bills. And what brought about the animal bills has to do with what happened at the island. A man from India, he rearing a lion in his house, and it was not properly caged, that might attack the people and kill the people. So that is number one. And the second one, we now even discovered that some people are rearing dogs and some other dangerous animals. Even the one that we call domestic animals, we discovered that some people don't even have the capacity to take care of them. So these animals, they are also have lives to live. If you don't have the capacity to feed them, why rearing them? So you just don't look at the animals that because they are animals, you are free to do whatever you like to them. So those are some of those things that brought about the animal laws then. The second one has to do the anti-open grazing bill. It is now a law too, that in Lagos State, number one, we don't even have the land that someone can do open grazing. And if you see the crisis that used to happen between the herders and farmers, so we need to do something in respect of that. We are not saying you should not rear your cow, but try and put it in a confined area. Before you allow your birds to be walking the streets and all those things, and someone started the poultry idea, and now it's bringing more money to them. So at times when you start something, it might be a little challenges, but as time goes, I think we are going to get over such issues. On oversight, I'm the chairman House Committee on Agriculture, and I belong to some other committees which we have been able to go to many places that has to do with some of the contract the government has given out to some of those contractors, and we try to see how the executive are spending the taxpayers' money. And it is part of our job to make sure that we try as much as possible to influence lots of positive government ideas or policies to the constituency that I am representing. Which at the Lagos State House of Assembly, we always have our stakeholders meeting, mainly around August, September. So we used to do it around that time so that people will come with all their requests to us. By bringing the request to us, we try to address it with them so that we'll be able to put it in the budget of the following year. And that is something that I've been doing. In my ward, I have 4 federal constituency wards, namely Ward F, that is Igodo, Obadore, Ikotun, Isheroshun, Ijegun, and others. I have Ward D that comprises of Idimu, Pipeline, Isheri, Leasu, Abulodu. I have Ward E1, that's Ikotun, Main Ikotun, Isheri Oshun, and the last one is Ward 2. That comprises of Egbe Leasu, Egbe Agodo, Bolong Pelu. So when I'm doing my stakeholders meeting, what I used to do is that out of those 4, the first one, I did it in Ward E1, which is Ikotun. By the time I wanted to do the second one, I did it at Idimu, which is also one of my wards. Then luckily, when I wanted to do the third one, I did that one in Igodo. Then the fourth one that I just did, I did it in Egbe. So it means I've been able to complete the circle round of all my 4 wards. So we have tried as much as possible to bring a lot of developmental projects. So I'm even using this opportunity to thank the governor, Mr. Abajide Sanwo-Olu, also for a dividend of democracy to my people on that axis.
So let's look at those areas of health, women empowerment, youth empowerment, education, infrastructure. Let's look at all these achievements and why have you decided to go for a second term?
Thank you very much. Apart from the upgrading of our hospital in Igondo General Hospital and some of the public health centers that the governor has been able to do for us, I also used to do this yearly to giving people free eye glasses, and we even do some operations to some of those people that are in charge of these sighting issues. So we have been able, I gave close to 1,000 eye glasses out to them. It's a lot of money to me, which I was able to do because I myself am using glasses. So without glasses, I'm unable to read. And I know lots of people are having similar challenges that has to do with the glaucoma and some of those cataract and all those things. So being able to assist people with that. I've been able to give out money to assist people for financial assistance, and so I want to start small business, which I've been able to assist them. Even recently, I'm giving out POS, close to 1,000 to the people that we're even going to add some amount of money for them to start their own business. People that register my mobile, they are close to 1,000. So by next week, I think they will start collecting that the POS. I have some streets that I did street lights for them at Ayodele Amusa, Akonimaji Agbe, Arida Close, Selina Kasie, Victor Oluwole. They are close to 20 streets now, and all our traditional rulers, there is a very good synergy between myself and them, and it's the same thing with all those Iyalojas and all the stakeholders, especially the CDCs and some of the youths. What I used to do in the respect of in Lagos State, particularly in Lagos State, is the state government that used to pay the WAEC of our students in Lagos. So what we used to do is to give some of those people that wanted to do GC. So when they come to me, I try to assist them with the forms and even some people their school fees. I even have 1 or 2 or 3 of them that are in the higher institution. So one of them will be graduating by God's grace.
Alimosho Constituency 2, what is the strategic importance of this constituency to Lagos State?
That particular constituency is the main road that leads to the citadel of learning in Lagos State, which is Lagos State University. And at the same time, it is that constituency that has main hospital that we have in the Alimosho here and Ojo, which is at Igondo. And we have nothing less than 7 first-class obas, because it's a traditional constituency that has the main traditional aworis, mainly the Oba of Igondo, Oba Onidimu of Idimu, Onijegun of Ijegun, Onikotun of Ikotun. Then you talk about Ilegbe of Igbe, Alagodo of Agodo.
Are you getting necessary support from
Yes. They are very, very close to me. They know that we hold them in high esteem. Whenever we have some challenges in that artist, they always come to assist. And we even have divisional police close to 6 within that constituency. In population, we are the largest local government in Nigeria, but my own constituency is 40% of Alimosho. The remaining 60% belongs to the constituency.
So what are you doing for the youths?
I'm very close to the youth. That's why I said when it comes to the computer training, the POS, the schools, financial assistance for the schools, payment of the school fees. I'm the chairman as committee on agriculture, and we have a lot of programs dedicated for the youth. I always make sure that some of our youths, they participate in such programs. We have some of them in Lagos State ministries that they are working.
So, Honorable, you are interested in going for a second term, sir. We want to ask, what areas do you intend, laws and areas you intend to bring on board to improve the lives of your people in your area?
In Nigeria, majority of our people, what they want mainly has to do with infrastructural development. So I will try as much as possible to make sure that most of our roads are well maintained, and at least for them to rehabilitate and construct those roads for us. And secondly, when it comes to lawmaking, to make sure that we have a very conducive environment to live. We are having some challenges that has to do with canal in some part of my local government, and I have a lot of lists of some of those things that my people want us to do. So for coming there, it will be an added advantage. I will become a ranking honorable member then. And when you talk about ranking in the legislative arms, so it means what you have done in the past 4 years, you are having that experience, you won't do that again. So we consolidate what you have done in the first term. That is what and I wish to do for my people, especially the youth. So I want a situation whereby some of those youth, after leaving the university, they should be self-employed through some trainings, empowerment, agricultural training, and some other things, not to make them to depend on people, that can let them have their own freedom. Those are some of those things that I will try to leverage on.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable, for coming on the program. So what's your final word to your people?
I want to thank them for the support I've been receiving from them. So, and I'm imploring them that as we are going for another political dispensation, that election is coming next year, that they should please vote for our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Out of all those people that are contesting, is the one that is most qualified. If he has been able to transform Lagos State, I don't see what it's going to take him to transform Nigeria. By transforming Nigeria, it's going to give us also a lesser job. We should please vote for the governor too. I've told you some of those things that Mr. Governor has been able to achieve, especially from my constituency. I even have a wooden bridge in my area. He has concretized it for us, and some many things, laudable projects that he has been able to do. So the best thing for us is that you don't change the winning team. Let him continue from where he stopped. And the same thing vote for our senator, Her Excellency Dr. Idiat Adebule, because if you are voting for Asiwaju and he doesn't have a very good and robust legislators to protect him over there, so it's going to affect his job. So I want our people to vote for her too, then to vote for our representative in person of Mayor Ganiu Ayuba, and they should vote for me too. I'm the son, Honorable Kehinde Olaide Joseph, and also the man that is coming to represent the House of Assembly Constituency 1, Honorable Lukman Olatunji Orolope. In all, I'm pleading to them that they should please vote for all APC candidates in the next dispensation.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kehinde Joseph, representing Alimosho Constituency 2. Thank you, sir. I wish you all the best in the upcoming election.
Amen.
Well, that's our lawmaker of the week, telling us the great achievements he has been able to bring in terms of representing his people, Alimosho Constituency 2. And of course, when it comes to the business of lawmaking, he has also made his great mark in the Lagos State House of Assembly. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment.